This one is about how long does it take to fully detox from something like weed, coffee, alcohol, pornography, junk food, watching movies or TV, social media, or even eating cooked food. So like if there is something that you've been doing and you don't want to keep doing it, but you find it challenging to stop, but so you make a choice to do it. The thing is like you're essentially dealing with an addiction, and so you have to. The simple answer is, I would say, speaking from experience, it takes about 3 to 6 months in order to fully let go of this kind of stuff, those kinds of things, because it's not just like a physical dependence that you might have on a substance like coffee or marijuana or alcohol, or there's a psychological and emotional element to it. Like it's a relationship and there's a breakup period, and you need to be able to let go. I know that for myself, it's like some of these things, like say with smoking weed, it is escapism, because when I would get high, I wouldn't be able to do anything that involved higher cognitive function. I would lose my ability to really focus and apply myself towards writing or learning certain things. And so then I would, they would essentially give me an excuse to zone out, to watch movies, to pig out on food, just to lie in bed, just pass out or whatever. So it was I feel like I had formed a habit of giving in, of taking the easy way out. And so it's a problem with things that are instant gratification, is that, say like with weed, it literally triggers your reward centers in your brain, like it releases dopamine and things like that, and then so it's like you get this sense of accomplishment when you haven't actually done anything. And of course that's addictive, because doing things takes actual work. You have to apply yourself, and that's so taking the easy way out is you have to break that pattern. You have to confront the urge and rewire your brain, essentially. And that's why it takes a significant amount of time, because you have to essentially reprogram your behavior and replace those habits, those poor choices that you were making, with something better. Striving for something better means setting goals. So instead of things that you use to escape, or things that are essentially a pastime, you need something that like is a real hobby, something that you can focus on, something that uplifts you, that you can be proud of. And even just the act of and you get like a natural high from doing certain things, like say from exercising, runner's high. It's a very well-known thing. Or just like to do with your accomplishments, when you can stand back and see the result of the work that you put in, it's something that you can be proud of. And even just having integrity, saying no to a bag of chips when you walk by it in the grocery store, saying no to ice cream, saying no, I don't need weed, I don't need to smoke things, I don't need to drink things, I don't need something outside of myself to help me feel comfortable or to help me to get by. I don't need that kind of stuff. And so then like just having integrity on its own is a high of its own, because when you do that, when you make the right choices, it feels good, as opposed to how you feel when you give in. I mean, it doesn't, the high is very fleeting, and then you need to do something again. So I just think that at the end of the day, what you have to realize is that your time is too valuable to be wasting it on anything that isn't helping you to get ahead in life. And so that is how I have been getting through my withdrawals and whatnot from all of the years of indulging in a variety of things, right? But it's just, yeah, it feels good to get past all of that stuff. You know, it's what they call it, adulting, right? Or just being mature, being responsible, and you know, grabbing life by the horns. And it's so much more rewarding because there's a lot more to life than these things. I mean, it's not like you can't enjoy them sometimes. For myself right now, I choose to stay away from all of those things all of the time, because I find that any one of them, it's like a slippery slope, and it's so easy to start going downhill. Like, say if you smoke some weed, and then you're gonna want to munch out, and then you might have a beer, and then you might tune out with some movies, and you might sit on your phone, and then you might overeat, and then you're gonna wake up feeling groggy in the morning, and then you'll drink a coffee. So all of a sudden you're on this path, right? And so the point is, don't get on the path to begin with. You know, it's it takes discipline, it takes integrity, but I mean, it's worth it. And and the results are long lasting. So something to be proud of.